Yay! Another bucket list achieved. Parent sponsorship to Canada approved in January of 2021. I am going to share to you the actual timelines of my application, tips, some questions and answers regarding my application. So, family reunification in Canada has always been on top of my bucket list. I'm going to share to you my immigration story. I arrived in Canada in 2004 under the live-in caregiver program. So I was a live-in caregiver for 24 consecutive months. That allowed me to apply for permanent residency, which I got in 2007. After 5 years, I became a Canadian citizen. And life happened. So when did I start applying for sponsorship? I did that in 2017. I applied under the Parents and Grandparents Sponsorship Program to sponsor my mom, but unfortunately I failed. Canada Immigration used a randomized selection. It's like the lottery method for sponsorship selection, and I wasn't chosen. I did that. I did that again the following year in 2018, but again, no luck. They changed that system in 2019 to the first come, first serve basis for sponsor selection. The interested sponsor was only open for about 11 minutes, and the CIC website stopped responding due to tremendous amount of people trying to get into the system. Apparently, more than 100,000 people tried to submit the interested sponsor form, which is the initial step to enable them to bring their parents and grandparents to come to Canada, and that is from all over the world. With only 27 applications to be considered for parents and grandparents sponsorship in 2019, I was one of the lucky ones to be selected. I felt very lucky and blessed indeed. So, what are the eligibility requirements to sponsor your parents and grandparents to come to Canada? So, first, you have to be at least 18 years old, that you are presently here in Canada, and you're either a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada, and that you have the required income for 3 consecutive years prior to your application to show that you could afford to sponsor or to support your parents and grandparents. So I'm going to share to you the actual timelines of my application to hopefully help you. In January 28, 2019, I filled out the online form from CIC website site, which is the interest sponsor. After 3 months, in April 25, 2019, I received a letter from Canada Immigration to submit a complete application package. After a month, in May 25th, 2019, I sent a payment of 1,510 for processing fee, but that also includes the right of permanent residency for my mom and my two siblings. After 3 months again, in May 23rd, 2019, I received an acknowledgement that CIC received my completed application to sponsor. In August 27, 2019, I received another letter from CIC that my application was accepted under the intake cap for 2019. I was given an application number and a unique client identifier. In September 25th, 2019, I received an update from their website that they started processing my application for sponsorship. I just wanted to add that I never received a letter stating that I got approved as a sponsor. That was really nerve-wracking. Usually, this is the first stage of approval. So they would approve you as a sponsor before they could transfer your application to the local visa office. But that didn't happen to me. So in October 21st, 2019, my mom and my two siblings received a biometric request. They had to travel all the way to Manila to have that done. In February 6, 2020, there was another request for them to have their police clearance. It's called NBI clearance in the Philippines, and they were also required to have their medical exam. In February 22, 2020, there was an update from the CIC website that they all passed their medical exam. Thank God. In February 22, 2020, there was a review of eligibility for us sponsors, but this information wasn't readily available during the application process. This information was only made available after the application was completed. Same is true with a background check. It was done in March 12, 2020, but again, this wasn't readily available. And COVID pandemic happened, so there was no application or there was no update for 7 to 9 long months. I was getting impatient. Then finally, after a long, seemingly long months, in November 20th, 2020, we received an email that they could now register for pre-arrival services. That definitely gave us some hope. In December 7, 2020, there was a passport request. Yay! So they had to send their passport to the Canadian Embassy in Manila, Philippines. And after almost a month, in January 4, 2021, they received their passport back with a Canadian visa and certificate of permanent resident certificate. So January 14, 2021 was a scheduled flight of my mom and my two siblings to come to Canada. But only my mom made it. She landed in Vancouver International Airport in January 14 and got her permanent residency. So my two siblings had to follow after a few weeks because of a missing document. So some final thoughts. The process to sponsor my mom and my two siblings took almost 24 months. It took a lot of patience and prayers. I'm just very thankful to the Lord that we are finally reunited here in Canada. The normal processing time is usually 24 months, but given the pandemic and individual circumstances, that could really vary. So, first tip, always check the official website, which is www.cic.gc.ca, and link your paper application to online, so that you'll be able to get a timely update regarding your application. I also encourage you to join forums and group chats to connect to people who are in the same boat as you are, or in the same situation as you are. They are a great source of information, support, and encouragement during this long wait of your application to come to Canada. And above all, pray and be optimistic. I know sometimes it's very hard to do, but that's all we could do, and really hope for the best. I really wish you well and best of luck on your immigration application to Canada, and hope this video is helpful to you.